I'm panic-stricken. I'm feeling as if I have absolutely nothing. I don't want to be helped. I want to just help myself. But what we want are jobs. What we need are jobs. In my next job, and I will have a next job, I will thank God every morning and every night for that job.
We're back. That was a scene from the new HBO documentary Hard Times, Lost on Long Island. While the monthly unemployment numbers are a fixture in the news, often lost behind them are the real people those numbers represent. Emmy-winning director Marc Levin chronicled the lives of 4 such families struggling to make ends meet in an idyllic suburban New York town amongst the relics of their former upper-middle-class existence. The documentary premieres tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on HBO. Director Marc Levin joins me now. Why Long Island?
Well, Levittown is really the birthplace of post-World War II modern suburbia. So although there are regions in the country that have higher unemployment rates, and there are regions where the housing crisis took a greater toll, we figured let's go to the heart and soul of kind of the American dream, the suburban good life, and see the fallout of this great recession.
The 4 subjects that you focused on didn't fit my notion of the stereotypical folks who are on unemployment. I don't know what that says about me or what the stereotypical vision might be, but in what way do you think people will be surprised when they watch tonight?
Well, we are bombarded so much in the mediascape by, sound bites that say they're lazy, they're good for nothing, they're freeloaders, the moocher class. And I think when you start digging deeper and you meet people who really have been dislocated by this crisis and through no fault of their own, you see a totally different story. These are people that had successful lives, that have done well, and all of a sudden the rug has been pulled out from underneath them. And unlike a catastrophe like an earthquake or a hurricane, it's not all in one moment. It's just kind of a slow motion, a disintegration. And not only is there tremendous financial hardship, but the psychic toll is enormous.
The loss of one's job often means the loss of his health insurance, her health insurance, which is a problem your subjects confronted in your new HBO documentary. Take a look.
I can't go without insurance, especially now. It's just not right. Like, I've been working since I'm 15, straight through all the years. I never used those benefits. I worked hard for those benefits. Now I'm 50 years old and I can't get them.
Mark, what most surprised you spending time with these folks the way that you did?
I think the most surprising thing, Michael, was the sense of isolation. The sense that they're almost invisible, that they've been disappeared. There isn't collective action. There really is. They're lost, they're afraid, and there's shame. I was stunned that some people that would talk to us off the record, when we turned the camera on, they said no. I said, why? And they said, well, because my family doesn't know. My neighbors don't know. In fact, that gentleman you just saw, he and his wife brought their 2 sons to the premiere of the film, and it was the first time their sons learned that their mom was going to a food pantry to get food for the family. So I think that's what most stunned me, was this sense of shame and almost absorbing and internalizing this sense that there must be something wrong with us.
Are they still looking for work? I ask that question because, when continuation of unemployment benefits comes up, you'll hear arguments made from some who will say, well, these folks are malingerers who are still on, quote, the dole for this amount of time.
These are people who are desperate for work, not just because of, obviously, the financial benefits, but because of the psychological benefits that it defines who they are. It defines their life in many ways. Ironically, many of them have been told they're overqualified. And also unspoken is sometimes the sense that, hey, if you're over 50 and you've been out of work for a year or so, forget it. It's over for you.
I'm anxious to tune in, watch, and see how their extended families are able to cope with this. We have just 20 seconds left, but give me an insight into that.
I think the biggest thing, Michael, going back to what you just said, is that we've always had this idea that it's them, it's somebody else. But if we wake up, open our eyes, we're going to realize these are our neighbors, these are our friends, our family, it's us.
Thank you so much for being here. Best of luck. I'll be watching tonight, Marc Levin. The HBO documentary film Hard Times, Lost on Long Island debuts tonight. If I said 8, that was mistaken. 9 p.m. Eastern on HBO.